Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your July Tarot Scope. This is based solely on the cards, and we're going to start off by pulling a astrology card followed by an oracle card and a tarot card to take a look at the energy surrounding you during the month of July and any predictions that we can make surrounding that energy. So for the best, most accurate reading, please watch your sun, moon, and your rising sign video. All right, but let's go ahead and see what's going on with you, Sagittarius. For the month of July, for Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. Okay. So for you, we actually have two here. We have the 8th house, endings and beginnings. We have Uranus, genius. Okay, let's pull our oracle card. Wow, we have two again. We got Mercury, messages in a bottle, travel, communication. We have healing, inner child. So wow, I feel like it's a really busy month for you, Sagittarius. You have so much going on here. Let's go ahead and pull your tarot card. Okay, so you got the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups is really a card of regret, remorse. Really, I feel like the 5 of Cups is feeling like you have lost something and being very upset that you've lost something, but not realizing that there's something better in front of you. And that's really the energy of the 5 of Cups. Okay, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or an Aquarius. So I'm getting a lot of Scorpio and Aquarius energy. We have the 8th house here, which is the number 5, endings and beginnings. And then we have the number 9 here. So the number 9 really represents endings as well. And the number 5 represents changes that you might feel that you're not ready for. I feel like there's a lot of changes surrounding you. You feel not ready for them. And it's like you're punishing yourself or you're blaming yourself for these changes coming in, taking place. And I feel this resistance to these changes as well, and just being very hard on yourself, criticizing yourself, blaming yourself that these rough challenges and changes are coming in for you. And I definitely feel a disruption here is the reason why these changes are coming in. So something has disrupted or changed very suddenly. And I think it was really unexpected. Okay. And so I think you feel that you weren't ready for it. You feel that you're kind of punishing yourself. Again, you're being very harsh on yourself. And Spirit's saying there's no reason for that. Okay. So I think these changes did not come in to punish you or anything like that. These changes are coming in because they're meant to come in right now. Okay, what's meant to be is always going to be for us. And what's not meant to be, we might be able to have for a little bit of time, but it will always be taken out of our life because it's not meant to be for us in the first place. So while you might be able to hold on to something for a small period of time, if it's not meant for you, it's not going to stay in your life, right? So that's something to remember. And usually when we have something leave our life, it's to make room for something better for us to enter our life, okay? Something that is meant for us, to whereas maybe what we wanted before, we really, really wanted, but maybe it wasn't really meant for us. And so there was this change, disruption, and an ending to whatever this is, while you're trying to resist this ending because you don't want to let it go, because whatever this is, you really, really wanted. But Spirit is saying something new is coming in for you. Again, just take it if it resonates with you. So from this ending, something beautiful is going to grow, something beautiful is going to bloom. And that's really what the eighth house is about as well. It's also about new beginnings. I also feel like something that you were previously kept in the dark over is no longer going to be kept in the dark. So I feel like some information is going to be revealed to you very suddenly, very abruptly, or some communication very abruptly, and you really not being expecting it. So I feel you very, very focused on something and just treating something like it means the world to you, right? And Spirit is asking you to take a second look at whatever this is, okay? Because whatever this is could be superficial. Maybe whatever this is, you don't really want as much as you think that you want, okay? I feel like whatever this is has been in your life for a very long time, and it's just all of a sudden disrupted and crumbling, just like a tower. So this could be like the Tower card as well, okay? And Spirit is saying whatever this is has to be built back up in a different way, okay? And this matter definitely needs attention. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a life or death issue, okay? So this matter does need taken care of, but the way that you're perceiving it or looking at it might not be the right way to look at it in order to take care of this matter. So Spirit's saying, whatever this tower was, it has to be built up in a different way, all right? And maybe it was built on unsolid ground to begin with, something that you were unsure of to begin with, and now it's just coming crashing down because of the shakiness of the foundation. And you know, Sagittarius, there is no use blaming yourself, criticizing yourself, asking yourself what you could have done better, what you could have done different right now, and kicking yourself while you're down. That's not going to help you, okay? Whatever this was meant to crumble. Whatever is changing is meant to change. And I think that you are in a period of adjustment. You're trying to adjust to this new energy, adjust to this change. And I think that it's uncomfortable for you. It might not even be easy for you. And I think that you're unsure of what your future holds. We have a lot of mystery with the 8th house, okay? So if you are wondering about a love relationship, this is a very intense time for your relationships where your connections can really, really deepen during this time. But passions are intense and flaring, and this could be a time where sudden jealousy arises seemingly out of nowhere with Uranus in the 8th house. So also be attentive towards that as well. This can also be a time where you experience greater levels of intimacy, greater levels of passion than what you previously thought was possible for you, happening suddenly with Uranus here as well. For some of you, you could be dealing with a lot of paperwork, okay, this month, because I feel like the 8th house kind of has a little bit of paperwork that's attached to it, and like suddenly you're not expecting it. You could be dealing with some inheritance issues, something about any type of deed, trust, again, paperwork, insurance, alimony, child support, even taxes can come up around the 8th house, okay? Anything that is being passed on to you, okay, from like a parent, a grandmother, something of that nature. Those issues can arise when the eighth house is present in a reading. So be aware of that, that is an issue that could suddenly appear for you this month. So another energy I'm feeling is that for you, Sagittarius, you might be questioning if you are losing your mind this month because you have tapped in to this portal of psychic energy here where you are just, I feel like you're in this constant in-between mode between Earth and the astral realm where you are in constant communication with the other side in some way. And I do feel like this has come on suddenly for you and unexpectedly. And I feel like this has disrupted a lot of your own normal thoughts, normal thinking, and thought patterns. And so you might be questioning what is going on here. If you're losing your mind, if you're going insane, and Spirit is saying, no, you're not, okay? What is going on for some of you is you are having sudden appearances of psychic abilities in any and all of its forms, but specifically being able to communicate, receive messages, channel the other side with communication here as well. So yeah, you're not going insane. You have a sudden burst of psychic ability, and this can be really hard sometimes. So it's just, I feel like knowing that it is psychic ability and being aware of that and knowing that, you know, you're not losing your mind, you're not going crazy. I feel like that in itself can really help to keep you grounded. Just hearing someone else out there say, like, I know what you're going through, I've been through this, or, you know, I'm currently going through this can be really helpful. And there's a period in my life where I literally heard just the other side all day. Like, I just heard it all the time. And I felt like I could not talk to anyone about it, you know? And that was before I really learned how to use my gifts and how to work with them. But there was a period of time where, you know, I couldn't control it. And I would literally just hear, like, talking, or I know it sounds crazy, you guys, but you know, this is something a lot of psychics will tell you, that one day they just heard, you know, voices or whisper. For me, it was a lot of whispering coming from certain areas. And it was like when I noticed that, it's like when I noticed the whispering, it would stop. You know, one time I even heard them go, shh, like that, like, and I could hear certain things they were saying. Sometimes I couldn't hear it because there were so many voices that I couldn't even make out anything they were saying. But yeah, that was right before I had my spiritual awakening, okay? And learned how to control it, learned what it was, what was going on. But there's a point in time where you do question, like, am I losing my mind? And, you know, if it makes you feel better to go and get an opinion from like a doctor about it, then by all means you should do that, right? But if it makes you feel any better as well, to know that you're not alone, that I've also been through this and a lot of people have been through this, and you actually could be going through it right now suddenly with Uranus being here, okay? It does happen sometimes. So Sagittarius, pay attention to you could be having visionary dreams. You could be having premonitions. You could be seeing into the past, the present, the future of yourself or other people right now, okay? But more than anything else, this represents communication with spirits. Spirits from the other side trying to get through to you, trying to communicate with you. And for some of you, this is passed on loved ones, okay? So be aware. There could be a lot of paranormal activity around you right now. And some of you could be going through even a haunting, okay, in your home that has come about suddenly, all right? That's what I'm getting here. I feel like you're going to be more into the paranormal this month. You're going to be more interested of spiritual topics, the spiritual realm, the paranormal, okay, spirits, psychic energy. So I feel just this pull towards that this month for you. And I feel like this is spirit trying to educate you into what energy is surrounding you right now and why this is happening to you suddenly. Okay. So yeah, anyways, this could also be like an unexplained phobia arising if it's not psychic energy, or, sudden panic attacks that are just disrupting your day, right? Is what I'm seeing here. So also be wary of that. Okay, this is a period where someone very close to you could get sick suddenly, something like that. So just check on your loved ones, okay? Make sure they're okay. I also feel like for a lot of you who's been really, really wanting a second chance with something or for something, you're going to get that second chance. So that message is for someone. For someone out there who's asked spirit for a second chance with something, you're going to get it. And it's going to happen suddenly. If you have any travel plans in July, they could get suddenly disrupted. Okay. And I feel like technical communication is going to be rough for you this month, because it's like you're going to have these constant disruptions in technology, communication devices, okay, is what I'm getting for you. And it's because of that psychic energy that is surrounding you this month, Sagittarius. It just is. All right. For a lot of you, this could be a month where, you hear people talk about they've had an awakening, or that they've been born again, or, convert to like a new religion or spirituality. For this month, a lot of Sagittariuses could be feeling drawn to that, okay, or wanting to do that. For a lot of Sagittariuses as well, you're finding out you have spiritual gifts, abilities, and even that you are a witch. Okay, things like that. You could be finding out you have a certain gift, psychic gift, or spiritual gift that's been passed down from a grandmother or a mother, with the 8th house being here, and you find this out suddenly. Okay. I think for a lot of you, this is actually being a medium, being able to communicate with spirits or the other side. And I feel like this is actually something you've been able to do since you were a child. Okay, but I feel like you were shamed or told that this wasn't normal, or this wasn't proper or correct. And so it's like you started ignoring your gift. But there comes a point in everyone's life where that ability, that gift gets awakened in you, okay, and does arise regardless of how much you want to push it down. And so I feel like that is what's happening for a lot of you. I think you're going to encounter a lot of people who are really driven by power. You might encounter people this month who are trying to sabotage you. I feel like the waters are going to feel murky with who to trust, what to trust this month for you as well. So using that keen spiritual insight you're receiving is really, really going to help you. Okay. All right. So yeah, overall, it's like you got 8th house energy, but you know how to use it. You're learning how to use it. You're learning how to navigate your spiritual gifts. And really, I think for this reading this month, that is what you're really focused on, is learning to navigate your spiritual gifts, your intuition, and put them to use. Okay, I also have to point this out just because we have the 8th house with Uranus here. So there is a really strong correlation to sexuality with these two cards. And alternative forms or ideas of sexuality, okay, and even identity. So for some of you, you could be learning about that, or, and it's not for everyone. So just take what resonates again, but I'm reading this because Uranus in 8th house energy, we have sex here, and then there is an energy of that with Uranus as well, okay? So yeah, and I just think that you might just find yourself around people with very alternative viewpoints or sexuality this month. Maybe you find yourself with people of different class or different backgrounds, okay? And it's different for you. So, and I see you communicating with people, and this could happen suddenly, of different backgrounds, different sexualities, just people that are different from yourself in different ways, okay? And I think that encountering so many different people is actually going to be very healing for your inner child as well, okay? So, all in all, this isn't what you had planned this month, okay? This is going to be a very out of the ordinary month for you, Sagittarius. It's going to be somewhat uncomfortable because it's so new for you, but Spirit's asking you to just go with the flow, okay? So things are going to start looking up for you, especially those of you who have been struggling with loss, especially, well, any type of loss, okay? All right, so let's get a couple cards for you, Sagittarius, for love. See what's going on. For love, for Sagittarius, we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay. So you could have a codependent relationship in your life that may need to end here. And with 8th house Uranus energy, this is the perfect time to end it. Okay, we got playfulness and trust. Trust issues arising now, issues of jealousy. For those of you who are in a commitment, these can arise suddenly, okay? For those of you who are struggling with that, this is stemming from a codependent energy. So in order to kind of neutralize that kind of jealous energy, right? In order to neutralize it with your partner, allow yourself to kind of be a little more playful, okay? Allow yourself to have a little more fun with them, open up a little more, okay? And in order to receive trust, remember you have to give trust as well. So I think the situation is calling for you to have a little bit more faith in your relationship, and Spirit saying then your partner is going to have more faith in the relationship as well. But because there's so much heavy energy this month, I think that to balance it out, an air and an energy of playfulness and fun is going to really, really help bring balance to your relationship this month, okay? And for those of you who are single, for single Sagittariuses, I do feel like there is something in your life that is blocking you from the relationship that you really want. And I feel like this block has to do with trust, not allowing yourself to have faith in yourself, not allowing yourself to really trust Spirit, or even I think that there could be some trust issues that you have deep down stemming from your inner child that do need addressed. Okay, I also feel like Spirit's like you have to learn how to have fun as well, okay, and not take life so seriously. So that's what my single Sagittariuses are learning really like how to have fun again. Okay. So that's a reading that I have for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that it was helpful for you in some type of way. And if it was, please let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you later. Bye.